always find that I press record on the camera and I think, oh, I'm not quite comfortable. I make myself comfy. Anyway, I'd like to start this morning. I want to tell a story. I have to tell you a story. Many of you who know me over the years, and I have spoken about it before online, but when I was about 20 years old, I went to work in Germany for some very interesting people, and the thing was that actually one night they decided, through actions I suppose I didn't help, but one night they decided they'd had enough of me, and they decided to kill me, which is always an interesting way to start a story, isn't it? So yes, they did, and as I said, I've said this before, but one of the things they did is they chased me. They threw me out of this bar and they chased me, and then they carried on chasing me. It was in, didn't know where I was, in the middle of Germany, and I ran into a field, and then I remember they run me over. So one of them run me over in the car, and I was on my back in this field. And if you know me, even at 20 years old, I was not the fittest of individuals. And you know what? I lay there, and car headlights over me, just been run over, and I thought, I can't do this. I can't do any more. I had enough. And this, this guy who wanted to do me in, he stood over me, and he said to me, get up, and I said, no. I said, this is it for me. I'm done. Given up. Had enough. And then just at that moment, the rest of the people who were after me pulled onto this field in their cars, and he turned around, and there was something in me at that moment that went, go. And I did. I jumped and I ran. I felt that gentleman's foot on my bum as he tried to kick me over as I ran, and at some point I will tell the rest of that story, and I do plan on writing it in a book, the whole escapade of me escaping. And obviously I made it home. But there was this moment. There was a moment there when I just stayed there and I just couldn't do it anymore. Enough was enough. I sort of yielded. That's the title I have here today. Yield. I gave up. I surrendered. There was nothing left in me to give. And I think actually that there's something powerful in that can surrender can almost seem like a weakness, but I think there is a power in yielding, a power in surrender. I want to read this to you. I'm going to wear my glasses so I can see it properly. More and more I have to wear my glasses, I find. And this is in Luke chapter 9, the Bible. It says, verse 23, Jesus talking. And he said, Jesus, if anyone would come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross daily and follow me. For whoever would save his life will lose it, but whoever loves his life for my sake will save it. For what does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses or forfeits himself? I think sometimes I've struggled with that bit of Bible. It's like, what does it mean? Lay down my life. And I think when I think about me in Germany on the floor in front of that car, I'm like, I get it. That's what I think. I think if we look back over the last year, there are one of the things I think we could learn quite easily is, what are our priorities? What is it? What is our focus in life? What is the thing that we're after? What is the thing that we're focused on? What are we holding on to? What are we gripping hold of? What is the most important thing? And there's been so much to carry, and there's so many maybe hopes lost or dreams dashed or things that we wanted, and we get to that point where we can't do it anymore. And we get to the point where we say, enough. Rather than physically depleted, we can be physically, spiritually, mentally done. And we come to a point, we come to this crux point. So crux comes from cross, because I think that's the point. You come to this point, the cross. You come to this point where you say, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to lay on the floor now and let life trample me. But actually in that, I think that moment when it's sort of like giving up, in surrender, something comes out of that. Jesus also said these fantastic words. He said to me, come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Because that's the deal. All that stuff of the world, all our misplaced dreams and passions and misplaced ambitions. And I say misplaced because dream, passions, ambitions are bad things. They're great things, but misplaced. All those things that we've been depending on, and we're carrying them, and we get to the point and we can't take it anymore. And then we say what? I come to Jesus. Say, Jesus, I can't take it anymore. I can't do it. I can't do it. Enough. And I completely believe there is something so powerful in that moment. There's something so powerful when we say, I surrender. And it brings life. And like me, all of a sudden, maybe you can take that deep breath in again and run. I mean, run. Because that's what it's about. I say quite often some words maybe in vocabulary that we use today that we think of negatively. Things like obedience, discipline, surrender. And that's not our culture. And yet, in the right way, all of those things, when they're based in love, bring life. A surrender to Jesus, a yielding to him, brings life. Gives us the energy to run. So, give it all up today. To hand it over. Just say, right, I don't want to deal with this anymore. This is it. As a Christian, that's the thing. I come to a place with Jesus and I say, I don't want to carry this anymore. There you go, God. I can't do it. And then without that burden, without that thing that drags me down, I then aim and try to run in life. Yield today.